Okay, we should be good to go. Welcome,
Alrighty.
everybody, players included, to the 10th session of the Turngrave Affair. Just think,
Yeah,
I feel like we started this a year and a half ago. And we're 10 sessions in.
sounds
Uh,
about right.
the gist of the adventure thus far is that the players are survivors of an undead slash ogre attack on the town of Weskerville. Initially presumed dead, they were taken northeasterly towards east, towards a way station where they woke up and managed to fight off the thugs and ruffians that were awaiting there. Since then, they have been journeying back westward, back to Weskerville, in search of friends, family, and home. What has become of their home? They've arrived and managed to infiltrate Weskerville, having avoided detection from the skeletal archers and other guards at the gate, and have stealthed inside, where they've made their way to the shop, the former shop of one of the party members. Within the walls of Weskerville, they find much of the place destroyed. It is eerily silent, save for the occasional moaning of undead, the shuffling of creatures scurrying through rubble and debris. But the eeriness clings to you. Sorry, let me get some music going. Let's do this one. So you guys have made your way to the workshop of one Harry Harriman, a uh, a mammalian beast folk who has the appearance of a rabbit, an older gentleman who stepped into the back of his room and startled you all as he made a sound back there. A number of you rushed in to see what was happening, while leaving your companion Gentry Stein to sort of keep watch out of the front door, out of the windows. As the rest of you step back and see what has happened to Harriman, you see him lie back on the ground, and standing over him is a strange wooden construct that has a certain graceful beauty to it that doesn't really diminish from some of its more horrifying aspects. And it roughly looks like this.
Terrifying.
Indeed,
Claws on it are terrifying. I love it.
indeed. So you see this figure standing over Harry, and before we jump right in, I think I would like everybody to give a quick little introduction of their characters, remind folks who they're playing. And since I've already partially introduced him, why don't we start with Harry?
Alrighty. Yeah. I'm playing a character named Harry Harriman, and he's a rabbit person. He's pretty elderly. He's a toy maker, ran a toy store that they are currently in, and he's just trying to help out these younger people any way he can, since his only real emotional investment was the store.
Which, as we mentioned last time, has been torn through. It doesn't look like much was taken because it's just a toy store, but people seem to have just trampled over everything inside here. Next, we have Silas.
Yeah. So I am playing Silas Sunshower. He is a lizard folk who has discovered his powers in druidic magic. We do the Order of Stone here as we stay very close to the ground and hope that our stealthiness as a crew keeps us alive.
We'll find out about that. Next is Oliver Freefoot.
Ah, he actually got the last name right. Look at you.
I got it right last time. I just said I sometimes mix it up when I'm not looking at it.
Hey, it's a very fair one to get mixed up. Yes, my name is Shy, and I am indeed playing Oliver Freefoot. What's the exact wording?
La Pluna.
Luna, thank you. Rabbit folk, essentially, small, and I'm a map maker, if you will, an explorer, and otherwise, class-wise, a monk.
Yes, a very murder-heavy monk.
Yes, the rabbit feet are very vicious. It's all in the means of just trying to live through another day.
And finally, the last member of the party is Aurora Boral.
Hello, hello. I'm Threadworthy, and I'm playing Aurora Boral. She is a orc, aspiring champion, ready to be a warrior for liberation, justice, and fighting for her friends. Um, she loves her hammer. She's thrilled that she gets to work alongside Gentry, even though this has been a tough time. And she's desperately looking for her twin brother, Raoul, who she cannot find after all the mess that went down in
Indeed.
Weskerville.
Indeed, yes, she is missing family members. And currently accompanying the party is indeed Gentry Stein, a old army friend of Harry, as well as a family friend of Aurora. Gentry is a hunter and tracker who helps train some of the local militia. And having lost his family in the seemingly zombie apocalypse that's going on, he's thrown his lot in with the heroes here. But
I am thankful he has not considered me an enemy.
As he stands watch, as I said, the three of you see this figure looming over the fallen Harryman. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys with whatever you want to do.
Is there a possibility to roll for investigation, or it's very clear that the stance given by this wooden doll is threatening?
So to say, do we want to do like a sense motive?
It's a very stilted stance. If people would like to roll a perception check, that sounds like a good place to start.
Yes.
You can roll these. You can roll these openly.
Okay. Come on.
Wink.
That's initiative, not perception.
Oh no, Oliver, this thing is primed to attack. You know that.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay.
That is my initiative. Is a 6.
Here, let me.
Oh, I actually can set that to my initiative. I can set initiative to select a token. That's cool. Using that check.
Oh no, are we all
That's not
rolling
something
for
I've
initiative?
seen before. No, Oliver is though.
Because mine lit up like I was like, oh no.
All right, Silas.
Add that.
And I'll say, actually, Aurora, you notice this as well. There is a symbol glowing upon this puppet. And I'll leave the specifics and where it's located up to Zach. But the exact same symbol is emblazoned and softly glowing in Harryman's fur as well.
Oh no.
They're both on our chests, like the middle solar plexus area.
Do you know what the symbol is?
The symbol is almost reminiscent of like a sock puppet.
Okay.
Or like a gingerbread man. Just a vaguely
very simplified
humanoid
shape.
Yep.
Okay. So you both see this, and Silas, you are fairly certain that this thing means no harm. However,
Yeah,
you hear
but Oliver.
you might hear Oliver behind you getting ready to leap into the fray.
I like to think that I see the difference in like hackles raising on Oliver versus like what is directly in front with Harry, and Silas just swoops up his tail and blocks off Oliver. Like, no. Wait.
Aurora
What?
says, I
What?
don't think this is dangerous. This is not
What do you mean?
dangerous. What are,
It's poised to
what?
strike. What are you talking about?
And I'm like, what do you mean? It's not. Please, don't use your foot yet. Let's go. Let's
Wham!
coordinate. No!
No one has
No!
no one has to die.
No one has to die.
But Zach, what is Harry doing during all of this?
Harry might be a little woozy from the effort put into making this thing. So I don't know if he's actually fully conscious, but he's alive, obviously.
Yes.
And he's and maybe he's starting to like stir, getting his vision back.
Yeah, and
And
you see this figure standing above you, poised like a ballerina, almost seeming to await a command.
Harryman will begin to pull himself up from the ground. Notice everyone's kind of here is like, oh, I thought you lot were out searching somewhere else.
Well, I would safely say that we were, yes. However, we did hear a bit of a crash, and this is the site we've come to. So far, you at least seem fine. At least as I'm being told, I'm hoping you're all right.
I have a little extra wear on me, but I am fine. And I believe we now have a new friend.
Yeah.
I think Oliver definitely at least tries to relax. He goes, okay.
I think the puppet, this human-sized puppet, inclines its head towards you with a jerky motion, and then snaps it back up into position. Its hands still folded in front of it.
Ah, it is polite. All right, yes, it's definitely much
Yeah.
friendlier than I initially gave credit. I apologize.
I don't think she means any of us any harm. But
Care to introduce us?
I guess everyone, this is Abigail. And I guess Abigail, this is everyone else.
So
And the puppet does like a very creaky and shaky pirouette before going back into like its neutral dance stance.
before you can all give your own greetings in turn, Gentry hisses from the doorway. Hey, keep it down. I think I hear someone. See, hushes.
Oliver will very quickly and quietly come join Gentry at the front. Then
He's gonna press against the doorway. He's got an arrow nocked, but he has not pulled back the bow yet. And after a few seconds, you do indeed hear voices approaching. I tell you, Jethro, I heard people talking over here. Jiminy, there better be something here to make use of. I don't want to go wasting my time waddling all the way over here. No, I'm telling you. I heard somebody talking. Ain't supposed to be nobody around these parts. And so Oliver, pressed near the front, peering out the window, you see a trio of individuals. Oops. It only revealed one of them. Two of them are orcish ruffians. These two up front here. Well, the one in the back has a unusual pallor to his skin, and while very powerfully built, his body appears lumpy and slightly misshapen. And you notice he walks with a limp. He seems to have like a club foot or something. But at the very least, Jiminy and Jethro seems to be the two orcs. And you see them looking around.
Okay. Well, I guess just very quickly, I'll pose as a question to the party. Would we feel more inclined to try and be sneaky and avoid them?
Harriman will nod his head yes.
Yeah, I can't tell, and I could pose this to you, BB. Is it a voice because you said orcish? It's a voices that I recognize.
No.
Okay.
I mean, just keep in mind that orcs are the prominent, inhabitants of this area.
Yes, it is. They are. Just was making sure if there was a shot, I knew them or those voices were familiar.
Yeah.
But I'm Team Hyde if they are not. I also didn't want to assume just because the token was red means bad, because I know your color in Foundry is red. But I was like, oh no, red token bad.
Well,
I mean, I think it's probably safe to assume right now that we're in a boat where we're like, no, we don't like these guys, most likely. So,
actually, Oliver, would you mind giving me a quick perception check? And this can be public.
perception public, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. You notice nothing.
I'm not. Hold on.
Oof.
I'm just gonna get these out of the way now. One moment. Just gonna get some of the juju back in. There we go. Get it back into normal. Here we go. All right, we're good now.
Dear God.
I hope that wasn't your good roll.
Now, if you guys are trying to sort of like be hidden, would you mind telling me what your stealth DCs would be?
Yes. Let me get that for you.
So that is just your stealth bonus plus 10.
So 15.
Stealth bonus plus 10.
That will be a 15 for Silas as well.
Get there. Stealth. What is my phone here? Oh yeah, 14. Not bad. Still have concerns.
It'll be a 17 for Oliver.
17 for Oliver. All right, very nice, Oliver. You and Gentry are the sneakiest. Unfortunately, possibly while you were trying to peer out and make out details by this creature, you might have pushed too far, and it's not helped by everybody else inside trying to get behind something, but the floor is littered with scattered toys, debris, and other things that make it difficult. And as somebody kicks maybe a stuffed teddy bear that squeaks against the wall, Jiminy's eyes narrow and he jabs a finger forward. There, I heard it. You hear that? His companion, Jethro, nods, his eyes narrowing. And as he does, their final companion, the misshapen man in the back, draws a nasty looking hooked weapon from his belt, and they stride forward.
Oh,
So-
I was really hoping I had. Does anyone have something more like critter shape or something?
I thought you had a scythe.
Well, no, like I've got a weapon. What I mean is like, does anyone have like a spell like critter shape
Oh,
as an example? I had a
Silas?
thought and I realized that I
Worth
didn't
it.
have the capability to do it.
Well,
I mean, I do.
we're gonna roll for initiative, and we will go
Darn.
from there.
I am going to use stealth for my initiative.
Yeah, if you guys, anybody that would like to roll stealth for initiative may.
I guess it's
wow.
the same for me.
I will stick with perception for initiative.
All stealth, but it's something.
Okay. That is up. Oh, I forgot about Gentry. Gentry will try to roll stealth for initiative. It's not
Thread.
bad,
It looks like you did a
I-
skill check specifically, but I think you can click on a symbol next to your check that you see there. You might be able to add that
Yeah.
as your initiative if you click on that.
Okay. Is there a right click?
I think it's. When I made a perception check earlier, I was able to just click on a little symbol that looked like two sword crossed on the
Oh,
in the chat
yeah.
bar.
Yep.
Okay.
Which
Oh
I
yes,
can
yes,
see
yes,
it.
yes. I see
If you
it.
just click on
I
that.
see
Yeah.
it too.
Perfect.
Yes.
All
That
right.
was a great thing to discover. I like that for it.
I appreciate the IT support. Shy.
I got you.
Silas, maybe you're the one that accidentally steps on the squeaking stuffed owlbear. Which, realizing your blunder, you are the first to act.
Yeah, I think as I hit something, it immediately sets me off on edge, so that's why I'm like first to react. And my immediate instinct is to try and stop all movement as much as possible, and I'm holding my turn.
Okay, you're going to hold. So that means Jethro is going to act first.
Hmm.
So Jethro is going to spend one action to draw a dagger. He's going to spend another action. He's going to move forward. Actually, let me see. What are his skills like? Okay. He's going to spend an action to stride forward. He's going to search for people. He's going to look around, see if he can't find you guys. So he can point you out. Alright. So he moves up, dagger in hand, squints. They're in the door! They're in the toy shop! Get them! Gentry offers a quick swear as he focuses his gaze on Jethro, marking him as his targeted prey. And he is going to, and as he does so, he can make a check to try to identify them, because he has. Where is it? He has a Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that one. That one's a nice one.
And he is an Outwit Ranger, so he will get a bonus on this. And this is going to be a society check. Let's go ahead. Unfortunately, he's not really able to identify anything about these guys. So, with that being the case, he is going to go ahead and fire off 2 quick shots using Hunted Shot. So, first strike. critical hit. I think Gentry's about to kill this man.
Yes, Gentry.
We like that. We like that for him.
9 points of damage. This man is, Jethro's in the midst of calling out, "They're here, they're in the toy shop!" And he's just paused mid-sentence as an arrow flies straight into his throat.
Nice.
Well, he wasn't wrong.
And he drops. Gentry's like, "Yeah," and he pumps his fist. Then he's going to use his last action to take cover. Oliver.
Okay. Is it safe to say that we're going out there, guys? At this rate?
Hey, you're one of the marshals. You decide.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time with this. I don't want to necessarily run out by myself.
I will say, if Silas sees you run out there, he will follow behind to try and give casting support.
Okay, if that's the case, and then like I imagine Aurora would follow shortly behind. I think I'm more comfortable with that. So Oliver will go ahead. He was probably at one of the windows. So if is like one of the what's open? Like do I just need to make my way out the door? What's going on?
Give me a flat check. DC 11.
Hey,
The window in front of you is broken, so you can just go straight
just
out
hop
that
on
way.
through.
Yep.
All right. Well, difficult terrain, anything like that, or
Nope.
okay. Go ahead and just do this then. Just boink. Oh, look at that. Whee! Just hops the window, bounces over, and kind of like mid-stride hops up, and he's going to go for a flurry of kicks.
Okay.
Right into this ruffian.
Right. This ruffian is still like just. He saw Jethro goes down, and Jimmy's like, "Holy shit!" And he hasn't even like finished saying that, and you are suddenly in his face.
Yeah, so I would imagine I'm not stealthed to him for any reason, so it's not
Nope.
like he's off guard or anything still, because I
No,
had to
no.
move.
Yeah, he's like stumbling back, preparing to defend himself, but you've definitely surprised him.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That is. All right. Well, that first one.
I didn't target him, I apologize.
Yeah. Well, the good news for you is that first one is exactly a critical hit.
Oh boy. Well, these are combined, so...
All right. With a
I think I got him.
1-2 punch, man. The only purpose these guys have is to take damage. It's to force you guys to waste actions. I believe you have an action remaining.
I do, and Oliver will take that opportunity to step back a bit away from
The big guy.
him so that he puts some distance and forces him to like close the distance closer to
Okay.
him and his allies. He like basically uses the ruffian to spring back off of him, kicks his jaw, and then launches back.
All right, Aurora, it is your turn. Just
Do
gonna.
you mind if I actually pop in on
No.
before Aurora?
Of course not. Basically, I should just be able to grab you.
Disrupt
Yep.
all of the initiative.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, yeah. If I saw Oliver just completely leap out a window to go out there, yeah, Silas is 100% like, oh shit. All right, gotta move. So yeah, we will pace out there as well. So I will use my first action to use my full move speed to get the 25 feet out here. And then immediately as I see what Oliver kind of bounced back away from, Silas
just,
puts a hand on the ground. Yeah,
This
go
guy,
ahead.
like I said, he's a little bit more misshapen than this picture, but this is roughly kind of what he looks like.
Reaction. Oh no.
Love
Got
it.
that, got
Yeah,
very,
exactly.
My
very, like,
reaction to
this
go,
sorta-
oh dear.
his very stringy, greasy hair, very powerfully built, but just flawed in his construction.
Ugh. Love that. Yeah, immediately Silas is going to put a hand on the ground, and you see the ground just in a line start rupturing as it comes around to try and grab at this thing with crushing ground.
Crushing ground. Okay, a reflex save.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure I got my dude selected. Here we go.
Man, love that for
Wow.
us.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh boy. So he is off guard and immobilized.
It's not a lot, at least. But yeah, we're going to keep him over there, hopefully.
So he will take the double damage. So fortunately, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's 3, so it's 6, yeah.
But you come running out and you do this. He's like, "Well, hell, you guys got a whole damn pet zoo there or something?"
That's all he's seen is the lizard and rabbit run out. Yeah.
and an arrow. And just
And
a
an
single arrow.
Aurora.
All right. So Aurora, hearing everything, will spend 2 actions, grabbing her hammer and pulling up her shield. And then her third action will go the 25 feet to go outside to join the group. My question is, if I'm leaping through a window, how much is my speed halted?
Well, that depends if this window is here. This window is not here, so you don't have to spend any extra movement to go through there.
Can I undo my movement then?
Yeah.
Where was the window?
There's one right here that has already been broken through.
Oh, yes. Okay. But you were saying there was a window here?
Yeah, there's a window over here.
Oops. Okay.
There is also the front door. Like my
Yeah, you can
angle,
move-
I would have
you
had to
can
like
move.
backtrack
Gentry-
just a touch. But
Gentry is standing in the door, but you can move through his space without spending any movement.
Okay, let me do that then. So I was right here. We're gonna start over.
Yep.
So I go like these, and then I'll be like,
Yep.
or
And remember,
Gentry. I always do that
you
thing.
can press spacebar to alter your movement. And with this
that's
one, you
a lot
should
of feet.
only be able to go 20 feet. Only look at
Oh.
the first number, because it's tracking how far you've moved already this turn.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
yeah, so your movement speed's 25 feet.
I think, yes.
So if you're just trying to move straight down, you can get down to like here.
Okay. Let's just. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, no, we
Alright.
got you.
And then I didn't mean to be behind Silas, but it's fine for now. And then because the other turn, my other actions, I will heal up my shield and my weapon, and then we'll go from there.
All right. So it is this guy's turn. So he is currently trapped. The ground sort of like split and rose up beneath him, roiling beneath him, and his foot got caught in it. And so he sort of grumbles and tries to sort of just tear himself out of the stone. So he will attempt an athletics check against Silas's spell DC to escape.
Sounds good.
And that looks like a success.
That will succeed.
And so he will move forward. Or maybe he won't. Whoops.
Yeah, I intentionally was like, I want to get just far enough away.
All right.
Yep.
Seeing the distance, he is going to spend one action to draw his to draw a javelin. Sorry, is he off guard? Oh, and he's taking a minus 10 foot status penalty to his speed. Or no, wait. That is separate from critical failure. Okay. So he's going to draw a javelin, and he is going to try to throw it Oh, never mind. That's a terrible idea too. All right. Forget the javelin. He's just going to spend all his last 2 actions getting into range. So he just comes zoom, 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 heavy footsteps as he comes thudding forward.
I'm behind you, Silas.
She's like, I got your back.
I would like to
Damn.
catfolk dance Aurora.
Sounds good. I understand.
Harry.
Just completely change ancestries.
Harry doesn't say anything, but his mental feelings of concern cause the puppet to spring to life, and it will begin to dance around using both its actions.
So now remember, it shares its actions with you, but you have an.
Oh, I don't command it?
No,
Like
because
a
it is an Eidolon.
Yeah.
It shares its
Okay.
actions with you, and you have access to a special action called Act Together,
Okay.
where
Then
you and
I
it can
will-
take actions at the same time.
I will perform Act Together. As it goes dancing out the window, I will come running up to Gentry just to see what's going on, and it will come spinning around to flank with Oliver.
All
Okay.
right, so
And-
you act together, you and the puppet both striding. It will then stride a second time for your second action of the round. There is 1 action remaining that either of
as
you
it
can
comes-
take.
As it comes dancing around, it will, as it pirouettes, it will kick out one of its legs and attempt to trip this big guy.
All right, so that is an athletics check. That is against.
Oh, I thought it was an attack roll.
Nope, trip is against the athletics. It's an athletics versus a reflex DC.
All right.
There seems to be a trip option on your puppet
Yes,
in the
yep.
chat.
It has the trip trait, which means
Okay,
once
yeah.
he starts getting like runes
Yeah.
and stuff, he'll get a bonus to it. And there's certain feats he can take down the line because of that.
All right.
Really cool.
Is
So
this my athletics or his athletics?
your puppet's athletics.
Alrighty.
All right, a 15. Perhaps it is the fact that this thing is still a little off balance after freeing itself after it came lumbering forward. But your ballerina puppet turns and with a graceful flourish kicks the Ogrekin's thug's feet out from under him, sending him crashing to the floor. It is Gentry's turn. Gentry is going to hunt prey against this guy, which will give him another use of his check. He can make a monster hunter check against this guy. And he succeeds. Calls out, "That's an ogre! That's an ogrekin! Watch yourselves, they're result of giants breeding with other humanoids, ogres breeding with other humanoids." And he can give you guys 1 piece of information that you would like to know. So, whoever says anything first, I will answer that question. But if nobody says anything within the next 5 seconds, you get nothing.
Who's gonna speak?
What is their lowest save?
The lowest save is Will.
Alright, he's dumb.
Sweet.
Is this incumbent to any, like, almost all ogrekin, or is this like this specific ogrekin?
This type of ogrekin, the thugs at least, have
Like an ogrekin thug.
Yep. You should be able to
I'm
see
gonna
the name.
add a
if you-
page to our bestiary.
Yeah, your bestiary.
That one, yes.
Yep.
Ogrekin thug.
He will take a hunted shot. so he will target this guy. This guy does have cover. But even with the cover, because he is off guard, that is a hit. Gentry deals 3 damage. Takes a second shot. And that one misses. And then for his third and final action, he will take cover. Oliver, it is your turn.
All right, I'm just going to try and capitalize on what I have here.
Certainly.
I'm going to go ahead, enter Tiger's Dance. And I'm going to make a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Flurry of kicks, if you will.
While you're kicking him while he's down.
Absolutely. He's already targeted, so...
Alright, the 14 is a hit because he is off guard.
Sweet. All right. Here's the 2 damages added together.
12 damage, okay. Alright, at this point, he is looking a little worse for the wear. He's now bloodied. As he sort of just writhes on the ground, trying to swipe at you angrily.
And I'm gonna try and position myself, because I'm gonna just take a guess here. Silas, you don't want to be there, do you?
Not today, no.
Okay, it's kind of what I thought. Oliver is otherwise gonna take the action to step,
Okay.
so that his ally can then step into the place of where Silas will probably be leaving.
Okay, so stance, flurry, step. Silas, it is your turn.
And I say unto you, goodbye. Silas is full, swerving out of here. So we're just gonna go
Respectfully.
5, 10, 15 to just move away from this guy.
Respectfully.
But
Yep.
I will at least try and still assist. I am going to call upon the elements around me and pull out a slashing gust on this guy.
Ooh, okay. So that is a spell attack roll.
Yes, sir.
And unfortunately, even with a flat-footed, that will miss.
I'm okay
With
this.
the
I
off
just want to get
guard,
away.
sorry. Not flat-footed. Alright, step 2 action spell, Aurora.
Awesome. First action is Aurora would like to do some sort of intimidation roar, just to be. My mind is going to. I want to know what the heck this ogre can. Why is he even here? What's the point of his existence?
Damn, kid.
Like, who do you work for? Like that kind of energy.
So if
Is
you would
that a
like
valid thing to do?
So there is actually an action in Pathfinder 2nd Edition called Demoralize, where you make an intimidation check against the target's will DC.
Yes, I would like to do that, even though my intimidation is weak.
Well, so is his
I still
will.
wanna
Maybe
try.
that'll work out.
It's all right. Does that need to be any kind of private roll
Nope,
or
it's
anything?
a public check. Go for it.
Yep. And skill check intimidation.
Yep,
Rolling.
that's a success.
Yes.
You,
So Aurora with her shield and her hammer, like roaring, but like quiet roar, because she's not trying to attract the attention of the entire town, but enough where it's like a, what are you here working for? Like that kind of energy. She would like to do that, please.
All
Like
right.
when your mom
The
told you at
undertone.
Walmart.
he is definitely shaken. I don't think he necessarily answers your question, but you see him sort of eyeing you fearfully.
Yes.
So that was
And
one
then-
action.
Yes. Then her second action is to step up
Okay.
And then her third action will be to swing.
All right, swing at the -3 AC bug.
Okay. Let us do that. Swinging now. Swinging. Here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Swinging. Rolling. It was close, but that's okay.
Well, actually, so make sure you target him next time.
Ah.
Because of frightened, that is exactly a hit.
Oh, yes, yes.
So go ahead and roll for
So-
damage.
Roll damage.
So he's sort of like cringing away from you, like trying to back up. And as he does, you like bring your hammer down on his knee, and he howls in pain. He takes 7 points of damage. It is his turn.
He may not be happy.
He is going to stand. He's no longer off guard, just baseline. So for one action he stands, he looks around, and there is a fear in his eyes. But not just of you. It seems like there's something he's even more scared of. And so he's going to lash out at you with his hook.
That
With
is
a
reasonable.
22 to
He
hit.
definitely hit.
The hook sinks into your flesh, dealing
Super funny.
6 points of slashing damage.
Awesome. I accept.
He whips around and tries to carve it into Oliver as well. Just like frantically, just stay back! Stay back! Just slicing out
Fair enough.
with a 24 to hit.
Man, am I glad that was on the second attack.
The hook finds purchase and deals 8 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
But stand, strike, strike, that is all of his actions. Harry. And his frighten does go down.
Alrighty. The doll will continue to dance around and will swing out one of its somewhat grotesque hands that turns into a claw as it goes to stab him.
That is a hit. Would you please describe the puppet's very first kill?
As it's going to swing onto Oliver, the doll continuing to spin around like a ballerina during the combat, as I mentioned, sends out one of its hands as like a jab. As it does so, some of the rusty and grotesque parts form into sort of a blade as it just plunges it right into the Ogrekin's neck.
And his cries demanding you stay back descend into a gurgle as he slumps to the ground and off the puppet's blade. The battle has ended, but it did not do so quietly.
Right. I definitely have nervousness.
What do you guys want to do?
I
Definitely.
feel we should relocate.
Either that or run
We-
into a place and close the door.
I was gonna say I feel like Oliver is in the boat. Like we should try and get these guys pushed into one of these buildings and try to clean up some of the look. But granted, how
That's fine.
BB,
Yes.
knowing that this place was kind of like destroyed basically when we were first attacked, what if there was just like these new blood smears, how much might they stand out outside of like coloring?
New blood smears wouldn't stand much aside from the coloration. Bodies would. This place
Okay.
is strangely devoid of corpses.
Mm.
I don't know if it's strange per se, but
Distract.
knowing zombification and stuff. But I'll give you just current bodies would be awkward.
Is there a way to either shove it in the building next door, like the three bodies into the building next door, so it's not in Harry's building,
Well, this building is
and
mostly
do that?
collapsed because this was
So,
the Dread Wrath and Begone that was
ah,
blown up.
Dread, Dread Wrath and be gone.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
definitely begone now.
Yep.
and we can't throw it into the rubble, like try to mix the bodies into the rubble. That would
Like I
still
said,
be.
there's not even a lot of bodies like among the rebels and amongst the rubble and stuff.
Yikes,
Yeah.
yikes. Do we
I
have
say
bags?
we stash the bodies inside maybe a building, and then I still think we maybe clear to try and delay them knowing as long as possible.
We have to move fast though, because they hurt
We
us.
can obviously move them into my building, so we can just drag them in here and then dart into a building on the other side of the courtyard.
Well, I do want to mention,
That's how.
since with that idea, Oliver, you might recall that located over this way is the map shop that you work for.
Ooh, yeah, actually, I would love to make a pit stop in that direction. Then, honestly, I think that's exactly what Oliver will offer. Then he'd be like, "Well, if we're gonna drag him into your shop, Harry, if you're okay with that,
Yep.
my
Here,
previous friends and bosses, if you will, are shop's just over here."
okay. Harry, is there anything you want to get out of your shop before we go and fill it with stinky dead bodies?
I'll grab a few things, and he'll just grab some like spare parts and maybe a tool that wasn't stolen. The doll will hook into one of the bodies and begin to drag it into the store.
Okay.
Aurora can
Oliver
grab
will
another
attempt
body.
to drag as best as he can.
Silas will go grab one of the bodies.
Okay.
Silas and Oliver together. Just all right, come on.
Hey now, I have some strength. I don't know what your strength is.
+2.
Gentry keeps watch the entire
You're better
time.
off than I am.
He keeps watch the entire time. A arrow knocked. All right, let's go.
All right.
So you guys move over to the Eager
It's not-
Explorers, Maps and More.
It's not like raining or anything, is it?
Nope, not presently.
Like a bucket of water that's filled with water because of all the rain recently?
Give me a DC 11 flat check.
All right. Dang it.
Nope, nothing.
Figures knowing my luck, literally. All right. Well, Oliver tried. He wanted to try and wash it away as best as he could and wipe away as much evidence as possible, but
All right.
There's no cantrip that like Silas can use.
I don't have anything like that for today, unfortunately. And then otherwise,
That's
in
okay.
terms of survival, I can like cover our tracks, but that's all I can really do.
I don't have
all.
prestidigitation.
fair enough. Well,
Okay.
I swing
It-
a hammer.
attempts were made. I think once we get in here, outside of the state, Oliver will try to do what he can to like cover up any windows and close the door so that it doesn't look like so no one can just quickly look in, but
This
to the point that they
place-
can also be quickly moved.
This place, like many of the shops that you have glanced into, appears to have been ransacked. And even has had some, what it seems like this is mainly a map place. It seems like some goods have actually been stolen from here. Though much of it has simply been trampled over. And you do notice signs of people just lighting fires in here. There's none currently burning, but you do kick through some ash piles as maybe you grab like a canvas or something, or like pull the curtains, the blinds on the windows, covering your tracks. as you all hunker down, maybe prepare to do whatever it is you're going to do, Gentry will move up to keep a watch, peeking through one of the blinds.
Is there an opportunity to quietly talk amongst ourselves? And B, is this going to be an opportunity for rest, or we're still like it's still like morning or something like that?
It's not like super late.
Hmm.
Actually, it is 14:29. And you know what? We'll
Hmm.
move. Actually, we'll say it's with all that stuff. We'll say it is 14:39.
Hmm. Okay. Um, well, then, at a minimum, I will do. I will expel one focus point to. Um, ooh, I want to heal myself, but I also know Oliver
Uh,
received damage too.
you can get yourself. Oliver will try to patch himself up with the healer's tools he has, and then we can just go
Okay.
from there.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say
Okay.
I'll take that 10 minutes as well to refocus.
Okay.
So
All
we've
right.
got two people refocusing after she spends the point, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a medicine check.
Okay.
I will do an aid medicine check.
All right, and that has been
Okay.
lowered to DC 15 with the remaster.
Oh yeah. The bone.
You get a
Okay. Is it a
uh,
+3 now?
nope. You get a +2.
Okay, I thought they adjusted the values too.
I don't think so.
And I don't think yep, I don't have like a special aid feat.
It's fine. I'll take a +2. Are you kidding me? All right. DC 15 because I'm only trained.
That is a 13 total.
There's no point in re-rolling that because there's no negative effect, unless like after 10 minutes we feel like people have shown up. But
Well, as Gantry watches, he holds a hand out. It's like, shh, quiet now. And he's peering out the window. And if any of you join him there, and if you step up to gaze out at what he's looking at, you see a trio, of familiar-looking creatures. They stalk upon all fours, their bodies once humanoid but twisted and misshapen, allowing them to move more easily in such a state. Hideous-looking pustules pulse and across their gaunt skin, and they look like this.
Oh, not
Okay.
those guys again.
yep,
There's
I do remember them.
3 of them,
Ugh.
Oh.
and you see them
What
sort
were
of
they
like lapping at the blood. And then one of them sort of lifts his nose into the air, sniffing, and darts into Harriman's hopping hobbltees. And the others follow suit.
Well, that might explain why there's no bodies left, if there weren't any that were zombified, just internally.
Is there
Gentry
a
sort of leans
a
back.
door?
Uh, yeah, there is a small alley in the back here, though the map doesn't quite show it. Gentry leans back. I ain't sure how long they're going to be distracted, but I imagine that'll keep them for a time.
Yeah, there's at least one per.
Let's all move here.
Well, if the dead bodies are going to bring more of those things, we may want to move further away.
Um,
Yeah.
Oliver's down for this. Oliver wants to try and like take a quick look around, like just quickly, see if there's anything reminiscent from his two goblin friends, if you will.
Yep.
Who
Go
was
ahead.
left behind.
Go ahead and give me a secret perception check.
Secret perception?
Yep.
Blind, I would assume.
Yes, blind.
Gotcha. There you are.
You aren't able to uncover anything, unfortunately. You sort of.
And I think he'll mention that he's looking for something as well, but to see if there's anything from his friends as well, since we're here, but so that people are aware that that's what he's doing, so they don't like worry that he's trying to find something super specific. But otherwise, I think he's ready to move on then.
Okay.
Before we move on, quick question. Am I not able to do lay on hands on my own self?
No, you can.
Foundry keeps saying select a valid token.
You don't need a target. Make sure you've clicked on your token, just like with a left click, and then hit the heal.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever your token is selected, you'll notice the little box actively around your token.
Yep. We'll do that, and then I'll try that again one more time, and then try to do the heal one more time. It kept rejecting me. Okay. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay.
And did 10 minutes pass after that, or the
yes.
creepy pustules guy showed up? Okay.
They showed up during the 10 minutes, so you guys have had time
to. During or after?
After.
During.
Oh.
During means I wouldn't have rolled at all, and we wouldn't be refocused yet, right?
I mean, it was a short enough thing that it didn't interrupt stuff that you guys were doing.
Got it. I think.
Okay.
Thank you.
But we're going to want to probably move after this. Got it. Okay.
Ready to move. Oh. Ready to move.
Is there like a back door?
Yes. Yep. He did ask about that. So I'm going to...
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
I'm going to pull you guys out here to... Let me see. I think I had... Alright, let's activate this one. So, you guys, just to remind you, are over in like in this sort of area.
Alright.
Is there anywhere you guys want to go from here specifically? Are you just trying to make your way towards the windmills?
That's what I was about to ask. Where are the windmill? Okay.
That was kind of the end all goal, right? We came here just to check out the shops for the most part.
I thought the end game was at least to see if people were alive. I'm a little concerned that we're still like level 1 warriors. I don't know if we could roll up on Ruth the Butcher like that. In current format, but I was under the hope of getting back to the city to see if anyone we recognize are still alive, but I'm noticing that there's no one in here. I don't know how best to explore to see.
Well, didn't we ask, and that they were like, yeah, there's people still alive working in the city, right?
Yep, and you guys have seen figures working the fields. Now you've seen these at a distance, so there might have been instances where they were zombies and stuff. But
the distance made it slightly unclear.
Yeah. Hard to determine.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I definitely want us to move because those grimy guys can probably smell bit by bit. If y'all think it's time to like go spy out near the windmills and that we could do it, I'm not going to say no. But I don't think a hammer is going to solve our problems yet.
Well, if you guys don't have anywhere specific you want to move, we could just roll to determine where you guys are going.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Yes.
that'd be fine.
that sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
Should we roll
Let
for
me.
perception, or you're rolling for us?
Oh,
That
you know
sounds
what?
fun.
I do like the idea of perception. You guys choose somebody to roll a secret perception check.
I have +4.
I will volunteer myself. I have
Yeah,
a
I
plus
have a
7.
+4. Oh yes, yes, yes.
All right. Decaf, go ahead and give me a secret perception check from Silas.
Got it. We are blind GM roll.
Okay. Okay. Silas, you're here looking for people as well. I think it's worth remembering.
Yep.
You came here with not necessarily your family, but with
Mhm.
the employers of your family. I mean, you live on the farm and everything with them. They are very close to you, especially the daughter of the family. And just a quick reminder. Um, Let me see. Oh, I thought I had her in here. Oh, there she is. Bryn Goldratt. If you look in the friendly NPCs
Mhm.
journal, it's the friend you're looking for. You guys can also find the Fairweathers, who are the map makers, in there, as well as you're looking for Embry Tuskbreaker.
Yes, because last time we saw Embry, we were fighting together in that house that got ran over by zombies.
Indeed. And so maybe you're trying to find like some of the bigger um like structures, like places where they could keep and hold people. And
Mm.
so as you're searching, you guys come into a sort of a small square where there is the local like the sheriff, the local jail and like a sheriff's office, and the normally empty square that occasionally has gatherings and stuff like that has been converted into a scene of horror. A gallows with a long bar has been set up in its center, and around it are several other grisly sights. The first that catches your attention is a block of wood that is stained with blood and gore. This block of wood has a sort of a niche carved into it that not that is a like half circle, like almost like a bowl like formation, but stretches across the entire top of it. Sitting in front of this block is a basket that you quickly realize is filled with heads.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Hanging and twisting in the wind from the gallows is a lone body, withered and emaciated, its skin already blackening from rot. It appears to be a a human that was hung. But
Hmm.
in addition to that, there are several cages off to the side, and these cages are occupied.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Time to check the cages.
You see,
Wow.
so this cage is the only one that occupied. There are two figures huddled inside of it.
Hmm.
Or sorry, this cage.
Gotcha. Okay.
And let me actually add Gentry and Abby. Okay. Feel free to organize yourselves and tell me what you want to do as you come upon this scene.
Can we make any sort of like perception check just from the distance to try and recognize the different overall shapes of things in the distance, like whether or not these are cages of prisoners or if they are cages of beasts, if that makes sense?
They are humanoids in the cages.
Humanoid? Okay. I might have missed that. I apologize.
If you would like to give me a secret perception check, though, I might be able to give you a little bit of more information.
Oh, man. I don't know. Oliver's rolls recently, man.
You have no idea what you
And-
rolled on perception recently?
I know exactly what I've rolled in public.
True, true.
I do.
Small humanoids is all I can give you.
Okay. Fair enough.
Am I able to? I'm sure it does not smell great around here, but is there?
It does not smell great anywhere in this city right now.
Nope, it does not. Of course, like always, biggest concern. Where's my twin brother? My fear is he's here. My biggest fear is he's in the head basket, and I
So the
don't want that.
head basket is right here.
So do I do a perception or do I just walk over there? Or stealth roll like
What is distance like on this map? I'm assuming that's not too
Not a
far
huge
away.
map. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just judging off of the size of our tokens, yeah. It's like that's 45 feet easy. Okay.
And sorry,
And
I said
I
it was
don't-
this cage.
Yeah, I was just kind of in general
yeah.
measuring, but fair enough. So are the other two cages completely empty?
This one is. This one has a person in it that is completely non-moving. You can see
Alrighty.
flies buzzing around it.
Yikes. All right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Is the
I will quickly put it out there, but hopefully, if we have some time, we'll just be able to address it then. I'm only still at 9 because of the failed medicine, so if it comes up, just be aware that I'm not as good condition as I could be still. We just
Oh,
had
yeah.
to get out of there. Would we have had time to maybe stop while we were moving around, maybe?
for like
After we had
I mean,
left?
you guys have time right now.
if you wanted to do a medicine check or do you need me to lay hands because I could give you 6, but I won't be able to refocus for a bit. But I'd rather you have it than not.
I can't do myself again unless an hour passes
Got
from
you.
the initial.
So then, yeah.
You can let me hold the tools, and I can try to make my own.
This is true, and then I can try and aid you.
I think you're immune to treat wounds in general.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And it has been about 30 minutes, I just decided.
Okay, sure.
Awesome.
So 20 more
and we
minutes
could
and you'll be able to
easily
treat
give
wounds
you.
again.
We could easily give you a chance to just have 10 minutes to rest just outside the scene.
Sure. I'm trying to Shy, my favorite tech person,
Oh, boy.
to scroll to the bottom of the screen.
Harry will start making his way to these cages.
There.
Okay.
Silas is going to move as well. He's going to investigate the basket.
Yes. Aurora
I
would
will
like
be
to
joining
move,
that in a moment. Yeah.
but she is out of frame and can't
When
seem to
you
get the point.
hold if you have the chance, try and hold right click, and then you can move the screen physically that way.
Yeah.
Um,
It just keeps making a box.
do you not have right click in any way?
I got
was
it.
gonna
I got
say,
it. Fine. I finally got
okay.
it. So we're good. Sorry. Thanks. All right. So Aurora will also first want to heal Oliver. That's really important to her. So, Oliver,
He's
where are
running
you
away
at? You
from
right
you.
here? Stop running. Get your medicine.
I apologize. I didn't realize it didn't show that I was moving my token because I had moved myself off by accident screen.
Yeah.
So I was trying the arrow keys to try and see if that would help scroll the screen, and I didn't realize that was moving Oliver.
You
I
are
apologize.
you're bolting all over
Oliver
the
on the
place.
south. Oliver got the fucking zoomies.
Yeah, come on, zoomies. We love that for you. We love the zoomies. All right,
This is a weird place to get them, but
healing.
.
Selecting token. Selecting token. Have we as a group described to folks like what our respective loved ones looks like?
I think we all have kind of an idea, don't we?
That is up to you guys. I'm not sure. I could understand if
Uh,
that was a thing you guys did around the fire at some point or the other.
yes, only because if I have to sit and focus, that's 10 minutes I don't have to like poke around. So
All right. Well, so I'm gonna start with Harry. Harry, as you draw close, the figures in the cage, the pair here, stir, and initially they move away from you, but as they look at you, uh, recognition seems to dawn on their gaunt, bruised features, and you similarly recognize them as small, purple-skinned figures wrap around the bars, and the visage of Pepper Fairweather comes into view.
Okay.
Oh, I cannot wait until Oliver sees this, but that is not the point yet.
So,
Oliver's not there yet.
but you can. You're healed now, right? You have
Yeah, I
points,
guess so.
points
I guess
with
Oliver would start making his way as well over in that direction.
Harry
Harry,
will hobble
Harry,
up to the cage and
what are you doing here?
we're here looking for people, and he'll start taking out broken tools, trying to figure out how to open up the cage.
We thought you were dead.
I'm, I'm to be determined, my dear.
Valid.
She, uh, and her brother is also there. He is looking much worse for the wear than she is. But as you mentioned this, as you're like sort of fiddling with your tool, she's like, Harry, you got to go. Yeah, this, it's right there, Harry. While this is happening, Silas, you are looking through the basket. There are presently 4 heads inside. You vaguely maybe recognize them as townsfolk, but nobody that you know directly.
Well, I guess if Oliver's moving up, I'll at least say like nobody I know seems to be here. So
any ogres in not ogres. Oh, I'm not an ogre. Any orcs in the basket? Is there a way to like kindly and quietly ask that?
I was gonna say, yeah, like, are they all like human, goblin headed, just any more like distinct
It's a
features, even if I
mix.
don't recognize any of them?
It's a
Okay,
mix of ancestries.
gotcha.
But as you're maybe like holding one, like do you think you're actually like reaching into the basket to like look at them?
I think it's like the ginger process of like using a clawed hand to kind of like sift or part like hair to try and get some distinction on faces, but otherwise like definitely not like full pulling out if I can help it. I don't want to like
Just
have a
Predator
head in
style.
hand. Yeah.
Hold
You
it
don't want
above
to
your head.
palm ahead and.
Well, as you're doing that, something moves in the basket.
Nope.
And
Nope.
as you like move back, a cackling arises from the basket. And suddenly,
Nope.
these heads begin flying into the air, laughing
Oh, God.
madly. And it is time to roll for initiative.
I hate that.
Party.
Hardy indeed.
Oliver didn't even get to finish walking forward. Brother was interrupted by a floating heads.
Oh no.
There they are.
I am going to have zero remorse trying to kick these things out of the air.
Not me going first. Ugh.
Oh, well, yep, there's Oliver and his low rolls today. All right, it's one of those
Your
days.
hammer is now a bat. Come swing.
All right.
Pitcher sort of swears as he sees
Last.
this.
Let's go.
Who made these? I want to have a conversation. I just want to talk.
Alright, let me adjust stuff a little
All
bit
right.
more.
Let's go.
Let me
Oh,
start.
no.
Let me open up some sheets here. There we go. Got my heads. All right. The talking heads are in town.
That's a bad name.
And that being the case, we're going to switch music to a Talking Heads classic, Rat Battle. No, this is actually from Tabletop Audio.
Because copyright.
So here are
I
the heads.
had thought you had said rap battle. And I was like, man, that's got far different connotations.
I don't like these. This is terrifying.
So they come rolling and sort of flying out of the basket. Like it's very, they float and they fly, but it is extremely haphazard. As they sort of like spiral sideways, just cackling. And as they rise up, one of them turns upon Silas. So, first things first, it has to fly into your space because it is a tiny creature. Just cackling. Second action, it is going...
Initiative. It doesn't look like it started, by the way.
Second action.
There we go.
It will make a Jaws strike. And miss! So these teeth clack out and you sort of like jump back. You're like... You're still just like stumbling back at the sight of this thing. So you manage to evade it. But it chases after you, laughing madly as it tries to sink its teeth into your scales. And critically misses.
Phew.
Which means I have to roll on the critical fumble deck. Let's see what I get. And number 49. Unarmed. I fall unconscious until I wake up or the end of my turn. Fortunately, as an undead, I'm immune to unconscious.
It's like it bit so hard it gave itself a concussion.
I imagine it tried to like bite again. And Silas, like, do you have like a staff or a stick or anything like that?
Not on hand, no. I have like my shears. My pruning
Yeah, so I
shears.
imagine it like it goes to bite at you, but like as it spins and like careens wildly in its flight, it ends up turned around and trying to bite you, and just like bounces off of your shoulder, just sort of like goes careening wildly, just.
He's just having a fun time.
Second severe severed head. Severed head.
Drunken, severed head.
Severed head.
Is going to move on to the small creature. and is going to go for a bite
Yikes.
against him. Jaw strike. And misses.
Woohoo!
Not having much
That
else to
just
do.
healed.
Not having much else to do with its unlife. It's going to go for a second one.
No.
Misses again.
No.
Yay.
Aurora, you're a little far back from the fight, but it is your turn.
Woot. Oh, it's times like this. Oh, I do have a javelin. And I got javelins for this very purpose. How far can I throw them?
The javelins have a range of 30 feet.
Okay,
So I mean,
just gotta...
you could draw, stride, and then strike.
Do
Yeah,
throwing
that's-
weapons not get extra range increments? Like
You can. That is true.
bows?
You can throw outside your range increment. It is just a -2.
I can move. But
Yeah,
I'm not...
'cause, I mean, you want to get into melee eventually anyway.
Yeah. You think that?
Why would the
Fred
player
suddenly
wanna
decides
be
they're a
in
ranged
melee?
caster.
Well, your party at least wants you to get into melee.
Yes, that's fair. All right, so I move. Well, that was 15. I can move 20. There you go. And then I will throw a javelin.
So you'll spend one action to draw a javelin, and then one action to throw a javelin.
Sounds good. That's what I would like to do.
And who are you targeting?
Oh yes, call me out. I love this. Yes, let's target this one because
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Now it
And
does
we're
have some
clicking.
lesser cover because there is Silas there, but any of them that you target would have that
Oh, because they're little.
because there's people in the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And then go ahead and make a javelin strike.
Why did it? Oh, okay. Yes. We're making the strike. Yes. If my character, yeah. Okay. I drew it. Oh,
Yep, it is drawn. It is in
Alright.
hand. You just
It
need
is-
to attack.
it is drawn. Now I have to send it. Like, sticky. Here we go. Come on, big money.
That, even with the soft cover, that is a hit.
Rawr.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Leave my friends alone.
You hurl your javelin with such accuracy, it sails over Silas's shoulder and punches into the severed head all the way back into the wall here and pins it there as you kill it.
Yes. Yay.
All
And
right,
those are my action.
nicely done. Good.
I love that this
opening.
was the one that was like careening around his shoulder, so that was just perfectly timed. Well
Yep.
done.
Yep, it's flying wildly, and you just line it up and fire a perfect shot. All right, Harry, it is your turn.
Yay.
All right. He will be like, please assist them while I assist these guys. Puppet will come stepping up
Okay.
and attempt to pummel this floating head.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Let's go ahead and get you a critical hit card. So if you could go ahead and roll on the table. Because it might matter. Might give you
Do I not just click the giant die?
where?
How do I do this again?
So if you go to the critical hit deck, if you open that up, if you scroll down on the big bar, there should be a roll button to the bottom right. And what you're dealing slashing damage.
Yes.
Alright, well, we can just, no real effects, so just takes the double damage, and your puppet eviscerates this severed head that was attacking your companion.
And then for my final action, Harryman will do whatever he can, if only thematically, to try to undo the cage.
Do you have anything in thievery?
Let's see. I am not trained in thievery.
Okay. So there's unfortunately not really. I guess you can give me a crafting check. We're gonna treat this as a disable a device. The DC just got much harder, and it is 2 actions to do so. But you could have used act together during your puppet strike to make this work.
Alrighty, I will do that.
23. That is a very good roll.
Yeah.
However, you hear a tumbler click into place, but the lock remains shut for the time being. Perry insists, like, no, that's not it. That's not all of them. Harry, you got to run. You got to run, Harry. There's not all of them. Severed head. This one,
Did we hear that?
Harry did. Comes for Silas again.
No.
Yes. 24.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so just a normal hit.
It bites into you, digging its teeth into your scales and dealing 4 points of piercing damage. Next, it is going to use its third and final action to gnash. The severed head makes a second jaw strike as it violently shakes itself, trying to rip away a mouthful of flesh. So it bites onto you. And then, like a dog with a toy, it's just like as it shakes as it tries to shake a piece of you off. So to make a second jaw strike, 15.
On the dot.
All right. So it's going to deal another 3 points of piercing damage as well as 1 point of slashing and 1 point of bleed. So if you take that damage, it should just apply the persistent bleed to you, from my understanding. Perfect. Alright, it is Gentry's turn. He's gonna swear, "What the hell?" He's gonna get his short bow ready, and I think he's gonna aim for the one directly threatening you. So he's going to hunt prey, and as he does so, he gets to Monster Hunter. And so this is going to be a religion check. And think about what you guys want to know. He identifies these as severed heads. They are mindless undead.
I'll put it in the bestiary.
What would you guys like to know?
Does anyone have a pressing question? Because I do, but I want to respect the
You
rest
go
of my
first.
team.
Go for it, Thread.
Go for it.
All right. Do bites cause additional like poison or sickness in addition to the persistent bleed in the bite?
Nope. So the bites only deal 1d. So I'll give you guys this information. Its jaws are a +6 to hit. They have the agile and the finesse trait, and they deal 1d4 plus 1 piercing.
Okay. It's not like a zombie bite.
Not-
to clarify.
Not these ones.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. So that was Gentry's first action. His second action, he is going to do a hunted shot. So he's going to take 2 shots at this thing. Let's see if he can do it. he hits it exactly because of the lesser cover from Silas. It's like, get off him!
Congrats.
And deals 4 points of piercing damage. Fortunately, that is not enough to finish it off. Luckily, he does have this second shot.
Gentry took that damage.
Whoops. And he didn't roll a natural one, but he did critically miss. So shot goes wild. He's going to use his last action to take cover. It's like, I softened him up for you. Silas.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, I am going to catching wind that this is a mindless undead. I am actually going to go ahead and target one in my space with Vitality Lash.
Ooh.
And you see,
fun.
like, just because he's right here, this thing is normally a range of 30 feet. So I like to imagine, kind of looking back at Aurora, he takes inspiration from her javelin and just creates a javelin of light and just tries to thrust it up at this thing.
A javelin of positive energy. Alright, so it is a fortitude save by the head.
Mm-hmm.
I got the head selected. Here comes the save. Almost a critical failure. Off by 1.
Okay. I'll take what I can get.
Oh no. 2 points
Two
of
vitality damage.
2 vitality damage.
Nice.
If he yet lives.
Other truckers.
Sad day.
This
Either way.
this positive energy, like, sort of, it almost like burns away at its flesh, but it doesn't look like, you know, like a fire catching paper. Instead, it more appears like just this glowing, like, ethereal light that is slowly burning it out of existence. One action
I'll take what I
remains.
can get. Yep, and with that, we refract some of that light, turn it solid, and we raise up a glass shield.
Glass shield. Very nice. Okay. That is the end of your turn. You will take 1 point of bleed, and then roll your recovery check. No. Alright. This last severed head
Still find it.
going to go laughing madly. Onto Oliver.
Mm.
And it will target said rabbit with a jaws strike.
Love that for
Is
me.
it-
No.
Is it too late to liberating step?
You can do it against this attack for Oliver.
Yeah. I would like to do that. Okay.
Okay.
I would like to do
Alright.
that. Did it show? It did not show up in the chat. All right.
Yeah, if you're looking at your action itself, if you click on the little action button, like as you highlight it, it'll show a chat bubble. If you click on that action button, it should show up in the chat.
Show it. Yee.
Alright, so liberating step.
Yes. Liberating
So-
step.
Damage. 5 points of damage. However, 3 of that gets blocked.
Okay. I'll do a take half then, so that we can just.
Well, here, let me see. Let me try this. Okay, now try taking the damage regularly, and we'll see if that works.
No.
Nope. Okay. Then just feel free to adjust your health value. Also, as part of this, you can step as a free action, even if you didn't need to
I'll do so.
escape.
I'll step to here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is very solid because that means that you're out of range of the severed head. so it can't gnash at you, and instead it has to fly after you.
Nice. Love it for me.
And then it is your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try a thing, and we're gonna see if it works. I'm gonna start by entering Tiger Stance.
Okay, I'll allow it.
I had to think about whether or not I wanted to do that. Yeah, I'll do it.
It looks like those icons are on my severed head.
I know. I had to like double check how I was putting it down to make sure it wasn't. I'll go ahead and remove the champions.
I got you.
Oh, thank you. All right, and then I guess I will. I'm actually gonna start. Do I have easy reach on the one on Silas?
Yes. Yeah, it's in Silas's space.
Is there? Do I have to worry about cover or
Yeah, there is still lesser cover.
lesser cover? Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna make a singular strike at the one in Silas's square to start.
Okay.
Let me make sure I target it and not Silas. Alrighty, and hacha.
That is a miss.
I think I'll reroll. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, spend
We'll
those
use a
hero
hero
points. Yeah, we're coming close to the end here.
Yeah, reroll. Hiya!
That is a hit.
Wha-bam!
You
I need this thing to die.
you just leaping roundhouse kick this head out of the air.
Let's go. So he just goes, Silas, duck!
And your head misses his Silas's head to take out a different one instead.
And then I will do my last action as a flurry of blows to try and hit the one on me.
Okay. So attack number 2.
And 3.
Yep.
Boink. Boink.
Oh my.
Natural 20.
Let's freaking go.
And a 9. The 9 misses.
Huzzah.
But
I don't care about the 9.
go ahead and give me a roll on the critical hit deck.
Let's go.
Number
28.
28.
This would be slashing damage, I believe.
Broad swipe. The target takes 1d4 bleed damage.
Well, hopefully that won't matter.
I think you already get bleed damage as with Tiger Stance, don't you?
I do. Yeah, actually. Oh, let me double check something. Yeah, okay. I was making sure that it wasn't like a critical effect thing. But yeah, no, I sure do. Well, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, let's see that damage, because I'm sure it'll be
What?
enough.
Oh, man!
It is enough. The talking heads have become the dead heads.
Perfect.
Hurrah. Did we make a lot of noise?
Even if we
you
didn't,
guys
the head
did that
might have.
in 6 seconds. That is very impressive.
Yay.
You take out the heads, but even as Perry sees them fall, she's like pushing at Harry. She's like, "You need to go, Harry. It's..." And then, as she is saying this, as
Uh-oh.
she is insisting that Harry needs to leave, you hear
Entry?
something.
How many more are we talking?
Harry, suddenly, you hear something drop onto a wooden floor. And before you even have a chance to look up, a coil of rope wraps around your neck, growing tight. And as you look up, as you maybe like try to grab at the rope, you see the figure formerly hanging from the gallows now stands upon the stage, the rope around its neck stretching to yours and tying into a noose.
Uh-oh.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh, yay!
Thank you, everybody who's watching this now or in the future. We are going to try to be doing this more regularly. We say that every single time. We lie every single time.
Yes,
Well, hold on.
yes.
But
I had good reasons.
But we will try to see you in 2 weeks from now. And I will be trying to get these up on YouTube. I've been neglecting that as well. But until then, oh, you didn't notice. You didn't say anything to me about it. Stay safe. Be good. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Night stream.
Thank
Gotta
you.
live through the day.